Welcome everyone to another great episode of Brutally Honest. I am your host Stitches NBC, and this is another great episode this Tuesday. Now today I'm actually going to be talking about something very serious. I'm actually going to be talking about grudges, apologizing, people saying sorry. I'm going to talk about forgiveness. I'm going to talk about forgive and forget. I'm going to talk about all of those. Press 1 if you're watching live, 2 if it's a replay, and if you guys want to shout out, just comment. I'm here for you guys. I definitely need to take a moment of silence, man, for Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and all of the other victims from the tragedy. It was definitely tragic. I don't want to get too deep into it because I actually felt it. You know, Kobe Bryant, I looked up to Kobe Bryant as a young kid, teenager, growing up, playing ball. Basketball was like one of my first loves in my life. And I can only imagine, you know, going down in that helicopter and him and his daughter holding tight. And, you know, I don't even want to talk too much, but I just want to pay my respect and condolences to all those, to the victims to that tragedy. So I'm just going to take at least 20 seconds of a moment of silence to pay our respects for that. I have to. Well, okay, we good? We good. All right, great. Now today I'm actually going to be giving out a free t-shirt. Whoever likes, comments, and shares the most will actually be able to get a free t-shirt. I'm also going to end the show on how to become a co-host. I am looking for a female co-host, something more steady, someone that can be here at least once a month, maybe 2 times a month, to give you guys a woman's perspective, a woman's point of view. Definitely on that. Next week I got True coming up. He has his own topic. I'm gonna let you guys know about that. I also said I was gonna let you guys know of why I deleted all my exes from social media. I'm also gonna talk to you guys about that. But today's main topic is holding on to grudges. Type 1 if you guys have never ever been wounded. Type 1 if you have never, you know what, 1 if you're watching live, so let's not say 1. Type 6 if you guys have never ever been wounded in your lives. Because I want to know which one of you guys are still in denial. I want to know which one of you guys are still lying. Because let's be honest about this. We've all been hurt. We've all been wounded. We all have scars, yes. But the question is like, why is it so easy for us? And this is a real question I'm actually asking you guys. Why is it so easy for us to forgive somebody we're talking to, right? Let's just leave it like that. Somebody we're talking to, we're able to forgive them over something they did, could be on a grand scale, disrespecting us or whatever it is. It's easier for us to forgive them than it is for us to forgive those who are closest to us. Why is it easier for us to forgive others instead of forgiving our own family, our own kids, our parents, our close friends? Why do we hold on to those grudges more than what we do from like somebody we're talking to or just a stranger, somebody we barely even know? Why is this so easy? And that's an actual question. I want to give you guys a shout out. Diony, my brother, I love you. Brandon was good. Chris, my killer, was good. Travina, Keith was good. Bev, Brittany, Diana, Liz, Jasmine, hello, Sandy. Yuck, I hate that name. But my response to you guys, and I definitely would appreciate if you guys actually told me, why is it so easy for us to forgive somebody that just a stranger, somebody we're talking to like that, you know, but we hold on to the grudges from our family members. And in my opinion, I believe that it's more because of maybe the expectations that we have on them. Like for an example, I'll be like, but you're my brother. You know better than that. You know, like, but you're my mom's. Like, you know me better than that. Like, you must have known what you did was going to bother me. You must have known what you did was going to affect me in that way. Is that the reason why we hold on to the grudges from our family members? Because that's just a thought of mine. That's not a fact. That's probably an opinion. Because I'm asking you guys so we can all talk about this, you know? The thing about this is like a lot of people, they like to just label you for just a moment of weakness in your journey. You know, we all have our own journey. We all have our own paths. We all have our own dreams, our own goals, our own aspirations, things that we really want to accomplish in our lives. We all have that. or we should have that. But it's a journey. It's a path. Throughout that path, you're gonna stumble. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fall down. You're gonna do things you probably regret. You're gonna do things that you wish you never even done. You know, and some people, not all, but some people want to just label you. In other words, judge you for that specific moment in time. You know, let's say you go through, and I'm gonna keep it brutally honest with you guys. Y'all go through a whole phase. You know, we've probably all gone through that. Not in the whole phase as far as, oh, we're just gonna sleep with whoever we want. No, more as in, you know what, I'm just gonna lower my standards a little because I just wanna have fun right now, right? We've all gone through things like that. And it's messed up that we tend to judge and label other people because of that moment of weakness of their own, in their own journey. Hello, Selena. Lee was good. Liz, we expect more from people who are closer to us. I do believe that. I do believe that we do expect more from the people that we think, quote unquote, right? They know us better. Like how I said, like, you know better than this. Why do you continue to do that? Are you taking me for granted? You feel me? Because something that I had said last week that I kind of want to touch on this week is like, it's hard for us to keep it brutally honest with people we fear pushing away. So if I don't fear pushing away, I'm just gonna tell you exactly what it is, clean cut, no sugarcoat, no hair on my tongue, and nothing like that. The thing about that is that you can't be brutally honest with everybody. Let's be real about that. Yeah, I have the brand. I carry the brutally honest lifestyle on my back every single day of my life, and even I have that awareness to know that, hold up, some people you can't just be brutally honest with them. You know, a lot of people are sensitive. A lot of people can't take it. A lot of people take it the wrong way. A lot of times you can say something and they heard something else because they got something else on their mind. Maybe that's why. Diana, it's the comparison. Don't compare. Don't compare. What do you mean exactly by don't compare? Brittany, I told you I am very opinionated. Then opinionate, girl. What are we here for? Don't state the obvious. I'm not reading all that. That's way too much. Let's make it short. It's being real. Being real. One thing I do want to tell you guys as far as like reputation. You know, like reputation is important to me, but I don't care what people think about me. Isn't that a little contradictory? Like, isn't that kind of like a paradox and things like that? No, I'm gonna explain to you guys exactly what I mean. I don't care what people think about me as long as they have a good impression of who I really am. You know, at the end of the day, people are gonna love you, people are gonna hate you no matter what. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you say. People already determined and made the decision on how they feel towards you. So if for whatever reason, it might be no reason at all, they don't like you. They just walked into the room, they don't know you, they don't even know your name, and all of a sudden they got an impression like from that moment that we was just talking about, he or she is cocky. He or she, are they full of themselves? They don't even give us a chance to actually get to know the person. That's what I mean as far as I don't care what people think about me, but I do care about their reputation as far as how I carry myself. I don't want people to feel like, oh, he a BSer, or he a liar and all this. No, I'm actually going to care about that because that's not how I carry myself. So that's the difference about that. Who hasn't been wounded though? We've all been wounded. Now the thing is that we all have scars, right? There's a big difference between wounds and scars, you know? The thing is, don't let those wounds define who you are. The scars are the ones that define who you are. And the differences between wound and scars is I'm gonna make it pretty simple. You're wounded, literally, you're wounded. Your flesh is open, it's gushing out. You see the nerves, you probably see the bone marrow, you're still bleeding. It's a wound. You're still wounded. And I'm using this as an analogy and analogies that we can apply and imply in our entire lives. So, okay, cool, we're blooming. But the scar is after it already healed. And let's be honest about this. Wounds don't heal overnight. It takes time for those wounds to actually heal. It takes time for them to become a scar. The thing about that is that a lot of us, we stay in that moment, in that time frame, that time lapse of just being wounded. Let's see if I can clarify to give you guys a good example. You've been cheated on. I know that's a trigger, so I'm definitely going to use that. So you've been cheated on, and we carry that hurt with us, that betrayal. Let's be real about that. So we're feeling betrayed about that, and we're carrying that wound with us instead of taking the appropriate amount of time and doing the proper methods of healing ourselves with it. I do not believe que un clavo saca otro. What that means is like, I don't believe that the best way to get over somebody is by sleeping with somebody else. I don't believe the best way to get over somebody is by getting with somebody else. That's still having an open wound. You know, you don't have that scar yet. Now, anybody that says they haven't been wounded and all that, either one, they're in denial, or number two, they are oblivious and they don't even know. But the truth is, we can all have long sleeves, but I'll guarantee you that if we roll them up, we're going to see them scars. Straight up. I mean, I don't know if y'all can zoom in, but y'all see the stitches right on my face, you know? We carry those scars, and I don't like talking about myself. I actually cringe when I look back at the videos, when I'm like a little bit self-indulgent. I don't like that. But the thing is, I actually was very insecure when I had the stitches on me. And it was one time, I don't know who it was, I forgot, I wish I remembered, but that person was telling me, apparently I valued their opinion, was like, nah, that scar actually gives you character. And just that little word, you know, you carry yourself like, you know what? I don't want to hide my scars anymore. The scars is who define us, you know? It's not the end of the story. It's not the love story. It's not the successes. It's not the glory. It's not the tip of the iceberg that defines who you are. It's the struggle and the journey that you went through to get there that actually defines the person you are. I don't want to be here telling you guys of all the difficulties that I had even starting the show, running the show, continuing the show, maintaining the shows. I don't want to talk about that. I just want to let you guys know that regardless through what it is, we still here. I'm still here. You know, I have a responsibility. You guys, and I love you, all you guys, and I appreciate all of you guys. Why? Because time is worth more than money. In my life, me personally, the most valuable thing that we all have is time. So you guys are actually spending your time with me right now. I have a responsibility to perform. I have a responsibility to do my work, do my homework, do my research, go through those resources so I can provide and do the best that I can for you guys. That's my sign of appreciation. Yeah, every month I give away a new shirt and things like that, which I'm giving out tonight. Like, comment, and share. Whoever shared it the most will take that shirt home with them. Probably won't take it home. I'll mail it to you guys, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't define you. Now, the differences between wounds and scars, we got that. Now, forgiveness. Let's talk a little bit about forgiveness. What do you guys think forgiveness is? Real quick, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you guys feel or think forgiveness is? Luna Bella, my scars are what made me stronger. Amen. You're definitely right about that. Jeline, that scar looks good on you. Gracias, te lo agradezco. Liz, but it takes time for them to become scars, and scars are reminders and warnings to not do it again. Yes, it definitely does take time for it to become scars. It's a reminder. I'm glad you said the word reminder, because that actually leads up to the next thing that I'm talking about as far as what do you guys feel like forgiveness is? Forgiveness is not that it doesn't hurt anymore. Y'all get that? Like, forgiveness is not that you forgot it ever even happened. Like, now you're in a state of denial. Like, that, same example, that person never cheated on me. They never disrespected me. It's all good. I'm just going to forget about it and just going to forget about it. No, we really don't forget about it. It's a scientific fact, and this has been proven, that the brain actually stores emotions from our lives. So, for an example, let's say I reconnect with an old flame, right? And the conversation starts, hey, hi, you know, and it starts from a DM, then it comes from a friend request, and as the conversation is going, I'm starting to get those feelings that I used to have from that old flame, because the brain remembers that. So yes, the brain does store your emotions. We have to be aware of that. I forgive by thanking for the lesson it taught me. That's awesome, and that's a very positive outlook on how to take people trying us, people disrespecting us, people devaluing us, people treating us less than what we are, people treating us like we don't even matter. Whatever the situation is, that's a great positive outlook on that. I'm trying to read the comments and also go through this. Thank you for tuning in. There is a process, and all wounds do not heal within the same time. No, they actually do. You're right about that. So wounds take more time than some wounds take more time than others. Janine, not everybody is your ex. Not everybody would you do you dirty. Yeah, not everybody is your ex. You're absolutely right about that. But we do, because we're so hurt, because we're still wounded, right? We're talking about wounded right now. Because we're still so wounded, and because we're still so hurt, and because we still remember so vividly what that other person did, we tend to inflict our own pain onto others. You know, and I'm tired of being wounded, guys. Like I don't want to be a wounded father. I don't want to be a wounded son, a wounded brother. I don't want to be a wounded friend. I don't want to be a wounded lover. It's our responsibility to take care of what happened within us in our own lives, you know? We like to put that responsibility onto others as if it's their job to fix us. It's nobody's job, and it's nobody's duty to fix other people. That responsibility is solely and only yours. Let's move forward from that. Now, like I was saying, forgiveness does not mean you're going to forget about it, or it doesn't hurt anymore, or it doesn't bother anymore. Forgiveness is like, to use the same analogy, is turning the wounds into scars, you know? Finding it within yourself that not holding yourself accountable as far as just because you have a good heart and people took advantage of you does not mean you need to be cold-hearted from now on. You know, don't let other people's lack of appreciation for you change the person who you really are inside. Let's not create these characters. I'm getting ahead from my shows, but I'm saying, like, let's not create these characters to protect us from life circumstances, from situations that are unexpected in lives. I'll clarify. Like how Jaleen just said, you know, we tend to treat our new person like your ex, and that's really a character that we created. You know, we used to be charismatic. We used to be charming. We used to be seductive. We used to be passionate, emotion. Like, we used to be like that, and we used to be open-hearted. Let's leave it like that. We used to be, a lot of us, guys, it's not just me. A lot of us, we used to be open-hearted, and because of the past experiences, it has grown a cold heart. And we live through this life, through our adolescence, 20s, 30s, 40 years old, whatever it is, whenever it happened, however long it takes. We live with this character of protecting ourselves. You know, when ourself is already strong enough to withstand anything that can come in our way. I know you guys understand that. Let's see. I don't want to carry anger inside me. I don't either. Carrying those grudges, whether you guys want to agree with me or disagree with me or not, is all good. I appreciate it. But carrying grudges do affect our daily lives. Holding on to those grudges, we could say, I forgot, I don't think about it, and all this. But let's be real. Certain things trigger that memory. And when we get those memories, what are you going to do? Just push it to the side, throw it in the trash, and act like it's not even there? How is that healing the wound? You know? If you leave a wound, depending on how bad it is, because if it's not that bad, our body's immune system, we're strong enough for it to defend itself and heal ourselves. Yeah, we get that. But sometimes wounds are so big and so drastic that sometimes we need stitches. Sometimes we need more than just a Band-Aid. We're going to have to get that Neosporin. We're going to have to get that antiseptic. We're going to have to get some alcohol to disinfect it. Whatever it is we need to do to heal our wound, we're going to end up doing it. But that's the physical sense. That's just an example, an analogy that I'm using. Like, this is our wounds from our own lives. And we carry a lot of our own wounds from our childhood. We tend to have a lot of resentment for our parents. especially in the early 20s, before we have kids and things like that, and we're out the house, we have resentment towards our parents, like, why my mom did this, why my father was like that. It's only, for some people, it's only when you start having kids, start having a family, try to build a home, that you start opening up your mind and start seeing things a little bit differently, because you'd be like, man, my mom was right. Oh man, like my dad knew what he was talking about, and we tend to hold on to those resentments growing up, because as a child we're powerless. As a child we have to follow rules. We could get grounded. We have curfew. You can't go outside in the dark. Like whatever it is, we feel limited. We feel restricted, and that's why we go through that stage of rebellion. And we get tattoos, we get earrings, we get piercings where we can't show in public. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, and things like that. Now, let me see. Yes, our insecurities, our fears, our resentments, our perception, a lot of those come from our childhood. Yes, our perception as well, how things are, definitely. Because you could grow up in a Christian home, and you grow up with the Ten Commandments, or whatever it is, I'm just using that example. We go through our lives and we see things differently. It's only that we actually go to the outside world that we'd be like, oh snap, the sky isn't blue. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it takes us to be open minded, have awareness, and actually asking those questions. God bless you too. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay. Just comment if you guys want to shout out. That's what I'm here for. Now, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Okay, cool. So we spoke about forgiveness. I forget. We spoke about forget. Like you really don't really forget it, right? You always tend to remind ourselves. But this is the difference, guys. How do you react to that memory? How do you react when you're reminiscing? How do you react when those thoughts come across again? We all still feel that pain. Like I said, just because you forgave somebody doesn't mean it doesn't hurt anymore. It shouldn't hurt as much as it did. You should really be on a state, like when you start remembering things like that, right? We should really be on a state as far as, you know what? It was supposed to happen. Whatever happened. It is what it is. It's time to move on. I still have the rest of my life to live. And if you're with somebody, if you're with your lover, if you got kids, if you still have your parents around, don't they deserve the true you? Don't they deserve to be around you when you're happy? Do they really deserve them to be criticized, judged, and have that your own pain inflicted on them, you lashing out on them because they said one thing or because they didn't say one thing, right? No, nobody, not your family, not your friends, not strangers. Nobody deserves to be mistreated and be disrespected. And this is why I really wanted to do this show, because I had a couple of things that I mentioned last week about this, that I want to mention this week. But like I tell you guys, I have my plans, guys. I do. I have plans. But the only plan that gets fulfilled is God's. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm going to apologize for myself for feeling bad about even saying it. How about that? I'm going to say sorry to myself for feeling embarrassed to even mention God. I'm not going to say sorry to you guys because I mean what I say. I'm going to apologize for myself for even feeling a certain way or having hesitation on that. That's just me being true to myself. Now, let's be honest, guys. People can say sorry all they want. People can say sorry, but I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I love you, but I'll never do it again. They can say it and they can say it and they can say it. But it's going to come to a point in your time, a point in your life that you're going to be fed up with just the words coming out of your mouth. You're going to be pissed off. Like, sorry again? This is your third time doing it. Sorry again? You love me. What? How can you love me and yet you still doing this? You know? That's like, I'm going to talk to the ladies right now because I know us guys, we do that, right? Like, ladies, y'all usually get guys hitting y'all up talking about, hey, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. And some ladies, they fall for it, you know, depending on, I'm not going to say insecure. I'm just going to say depending on how much value they have in themselves, right? They fall for it. Other females, that they be like, a woman will be like, you miss me. Well, what do you miss? What's there to miss? Like, you say you miss me, but you don't text and you don't call me. You say you miss me, but you don't go out your way to come and see me. You say you miss me, but I haven't heard from you in months. What did you miss? Other than the sex. Like, because that's what y'all be thinking about. Like, oh, he just sent me up because he wants some boom boom, right? Let's be honest about that. So apologies mean nothing without any actions to back it up. Mean what you say and act what you say. If you're telling somebody you love them, tell them that. I understand that love is hard work. I understand that passion can fizzle down, and it does take that effort. This is why I have an upcoming show that's going to call From Soulmates to Roommates. I really like that. So I'm going to definitely talk about that. Now, your apology needs to be as loud as your disrespect was. Don't come over here and talking about you coming out your face and you disrespecting me and you're cursing me out and you mention my moms and all this extra crazy stuff. And then when you feel bad and when you regret it and you want to say sorry, and now it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe that apology was even sincere. Now, thing about that is that I already forgave you. People don't need to say sorry for you to forgive them. People do not need to apologize for you to forgive them. That power and that choice belongs to you. That choice belongs to us. I don't care what anybody did. I don't care what anybody did. They don't need to say sorry for me to forgive them. But let me add, they do need to have a sincere apology if they want to come back into my life. I'll repeat it again. You don't have to say sorry for me to forgive you, but you do need to apologize if you want to continue having a communication with me. You want me to still be around. You want me to still be cool. You want us to still be friends. You want us to still have a relationship or friendship. Tato, cool. Apologize for it and mean it as well. But you don't have to apologize for me to forgive you. That power belongs to me, not you. That's my power. I hold that control. I'll make that decision. And after the wound took the time to heal, I'm going to be able to forgive you. Because there's a process for that too. It's not like, oh, God says don't judge anybody and forgive them. And now I'm just going to, okay, cool, they did me dirty, I'm just going to forgive them. No, let's be honest about this. It's not that easy. It's going to take us time to actually forgive those that has done us wrong. To be honest with you guys, we're talking about forgiveness. We're talking about grudges. We're talking about apologizing, saying sorry and things like that. And the truth is, it doesn't matter what they did, guys. It really doesn't. They could have cheated on you. They could have disrespected you. They could have done anything to you. But at the end of the day, the hardest person is to forgive is not going to be that neighbor that came out his face. The hardest person to forgive is not going to be your parents that didn't call you for your birthday. The hardest person to forgive is not going to be any of them. It's going to be yourself. We need to try to find it within our hearts to forgive ourselves for I mean, it depends on the situation you're in, but for the circumstances that we went through. You know, I need to forgive myself, accept myself for who I am, and not be apologetic about it as well. You know, that I really wanted to get that out of there. Let's see, it's yourself. Exactly. That's why I love you guys. Y'all so smart. Yourself. Let's Peter. Change behavior is louder than anything anyone can say. Ain't that the truth? Luna, some people use the words love and miss you and I'm sorry, like saying excuse me. It gets old. Like saying excuse me. It gets old after a while. Then actions speak louder than just a simple word. You're absolutely right. Liz, as a human, we have all been hurt. It's in our nature to feel. Ain't nobody cold because no one is born cold. And until you forgive, yeah, you're right. No one is born cold, but we do go through certain circumstances, like how I said and mentioned earlier. Past experiences has grown a cold heart. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that I understand. You know, next week I'm gonna talk about dating somebody older than you, dating somebody younger than you. I'm gonna talk about now. I'm not gonna talk about the soulmate and roommate yet because I actually want to make a full show just about that. I'm gonna mention as far as it's a psychological warfare to have your red receipts on. Read receipts, right? Read receipts, like just go to your iPhone, whatever it is, turn them off. You know, let's avoid that. We're gonna talk about that next week. True actually has a topic, and he actually wants to talk about this real quick. He wants to talk about ladies. That's how he worded it, but I'm gonna reword it because I want to generalize it because it's not just females that go through this, men go through this as well. So the question goes like this: is it worth sticking around for someone that's still going through a healing process? Is it worth you still being there? Now, we're not talking of as far as you're already in a relationship with the person, because if you are in a relationship with the person, then you should be there for that person. I'm talking about like in the talking phase, in the dating phase, in the just getting to know the person phase. You know that this person has been cheated on and they need their time to heal. Is it worth it for you guys to stick around for that? That's going to be the topic for next week. Well, my main topic for next week is going to be like, how interested are they if they don't even ask how your kids are doing? Like, you don't ask about my son. You don't ask about my daughter. Like, I'm with my son every weekend. Like, you don't care enough. Like, you just self-indulge. What are you, just jealous? I mean, envious, selfish, things like that. That's what we're going to be talking about next week. I did wanted to say that why I deleted my exes, and there's really two reasons for that. One is like, I don't want my next girl to feel like she's in competition with anybody. Or no, but the main reason is really like, if you have to do unto others the way you want them to, how you want to be treated, right? So if I'm talking with somebody and I'm really interested with that person, I'm going to feel a certain way of, why are you still friends with your ex? Like, y'all was together for like, why did I'm going to have those questions. So if I feel like if I have those questions, you know what? I don't want to put my future in that position where she's asking those questions as well. And that's what we're getting at. You gotta delete the pics. You gotta delete the pics too. That's a lot of work, girl. That's a lot. Good thing I just put them all in the album. Can I just delete the album instead? How's everybody doing? Thank you all for commenting and sharing. Let me see who shared this. Who got this? Wow. Okay. So this month's winner, because I do give out a free Brutally Honest shirt every single month. So for the month of January, Liz Peter, thank you for everything. Thank you for like, commenting, and sharing, always supporting. You've actually been there since day one, actually, and I completely and fully appreciate you that. Now, I do want to say that I love you guys. Thank y'all all for tuning in. And if there's one thing that I want to say just to end this, at the end of the day, is that the hardest person to forgive is going to be yourself. We've all gone through things in our lives. We've all gone through situations. We've all gone through tribulations. We've all gone through heartaches in our lives. All of us. Don't forget it. Don't let it affect you in a negative way. Use it as a positive lesson. Use it to be influenced, inspired to turn it into something positive. Know your own worth. And also know that nobody is perfect. Not even you. And at the end of the day, we're all learning. I love you guys all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stitches NBC, I'm out.